Hello, everyone, in all my classes. So I'm just doing this announcement for Western Civ and both of my World Civilization classes. So this is the uh, week of the finals, and we got through a very, very work-intensive semester. So again, as I've said in many of my announcements, for those of you who are watching them, um, you should be proud of yourselves that you've been able to do this well and keep up with a very serious workload, averaging about 3 chapters a week and covering a tremendous amount of topics. And needless to say, I know that so many of you have had, you have jobs, like I have a second job, and families or significant other or something else that, a life. And it's been 7 weeks. So here we are. Now, this is the important part that I need to let you all know. You see that the exam is only worth 25 points. So I need you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. I never tell anybody that you shouldn't do an exam. But some of you can't afford the points to lose 25 points. That is up to you, which I do not take personal. If you've kept up with the work, the very, very extensive workload, and you want to opt out of the exam, you have the freedom to do so. What I will not do, and a question I will not answer, is if you ask me, Mr. Pollock, if I don't turn this in, will my grade be ... Okay, I'm not helping you figure out your grade. Okay, what I would recommend doing, and if you wanted to do this option, is is write to me. Say, so you'll see the exams open, and if you think that you have the points, so here's what I'm saying: if you think that you have enough points and you do not want to take the exam, you want to lose 25 points, and you still think you'll get the grade that you want. If you write me and you say, Mr. Pollock, I will be taking a 0 on this exam. So write that into the exam, like as if, when you're sending a paper, but you're not sending a paper, you're just writing it in the comment section, okay? I will give you the 0 immediately, and then you can see what your grade actually looks like when you look at your grade book. So that's one thing that I could recommend doing. If you don't want to do that, well, just turn in the finals by the due date, and then we'll go from there. Now, this is something very important to mention as well. And I did mention this in earlier announcements. You're looking in the grade book, and you're going to see all these assignments, and you're going to be like, wait, what are these? Okay, so to clarify once again, when I bring up my old classes into the to a new semester, I bring in the shell, and for some reason, all of my old assignments, like if I revise my assignment arrangement, it's like the Canvas gradebook is like a graveyard of old assignments. So the point is, you do not have to worry about any of those assignments. The only assignments that you had to do were the ones in the module. And so don't do anything in an assignment in the grade book that you weren't assigned to, okay? And let's see, so that's important to say. And basically, I want you to look over all of your grades, make sure that you're happy with what you see. Realize that I'm going to, on Thursday, do as quick as possible to get everything graded and get your grades in the latest by Sunday midnight. So that means if you have a problem with anything, you need to address it to me immediately. Now, I'll be working tomorrow at my other job, and then I'll be off Tuesday, and then I'll be working again at my other job on Wednesday, and then I'm off on Thursday to be grading, and possibly even Friday. So You have time to contact me. I would suggest that you do so. If you have any kind of issues with your grades and so forth. And then the last thing I just want to say is, look, we're in tricky times. I'm living in Portland, Oregon right now, and you've all seen Portland on the news. I kind of addressed this one of my other announcements. It's we have a lot of political issues that are not resolved in this country, and Americans are being more and more divided, and we're heading into an election where we even have a president who's saying that even hinted at delaying, which is very controversial even from that side of the aisle. And we have a pandemic with a lot of people not even believing it's real. And an economy now that's really going down. We are in tricky times. I don't have to tell that. I'm preaching to the choir. You all know this stuff. But I just want to remind you that the history that you learned in these classes, and I think you get this now, is so important because you went over many things that you might have been in a little bit of shock over and said, man, I never realized this is why we got to here or there, or about this and that over there. Well, guess what? This is a very important time for all of us to really research a lot, think hard, and really, really examine where we stand on things. Because when you get into a political crisis, people, those of us who don't just want to have normal lives, get forced into a position when things get tense. And you're going to be on a side of history. Your inaction may be just as powerful as your action. And it's an unfortunate situation. No human being should be in this. And at the end of the day, we all want to have barbecues with our families and somebody that we love. We want to enjoy romance and art and music and have a quality community, or at least like a quality friend, lover, just something simple. But there's a lot of people in power, to be blunt, power as in politically and economically, that just need, they keep taking, and it's never enough for them. And so we can all go at each other's throats, and they're going to be fine with that because they have their own agendas. So again, what side are we supporting? Who are we supporting? What are we a part of? It's not easy, and it's not easy to know for sure sometimes if you are, on the right side or not. But it's good to be trying to be, right? That's all we can do as human beings. We're stuck. We're born into, and to a different set of circumstances than somebody else, and it's not always so easy to see how somebody could be thinking in some other way. But we can try, and it can help us get some breakthroughs. So that's my thoughts. That's my little message I want to end things on, and just say that I wish the best for everyone. I always appreciate my students, and I just hope you all have tremendous success in life. Peace and blessings to all of you and your families.